somehow I just had this feeling that our paths were going to cross again somehow, and I didn't need to worry about it. He was going to find me. I just knew it.
So it's like destiny. I believe in fate, and if it happens, it happens. When you least expect it, it happens. So
totally love at first sight.
It wasn't love at first sight.
You know, taking walks together and getting together for coffee, and while our kids played.
And nothing could stop us. I mean, we were so happy. I don't know, there was something about it. It was just like... I knew I wanted to get out of New York, and she offered for me to come and live with her. I mean, she saved me. She saved my life.
Superficially, he was the perfect dad. And
the entire next week, dated every night, went out to dinner, and it was just done.
This is an amazing guy. I just want to be with him.
We fell madly in love with each other. We talked about a future together, children together. 3 years of solid wanting to be with him. It never waned at all. It was always, you know, I just always wanted to be with him.
I mean, we were talking marriage.
I would follow her, and I saw her opening a gum. It's my favorite flavor. I'm like, hey, I like this.
You know, always had the great sense of humor. Always makes everyone laugh.
I admired all the different kind of causes and things that she was involved in.
So he was flying on one plane, I was flying on another. So we had agreed to meet at the Eiffel Tower.
So we went, and, you know, we were just talking, and it was so great, like, just, you know, I don't know, just being a part of his life outside the office, whatever, a little bit. Find out, you know, figure out what you want to do, and stay with me, and get on your feet, and, you know, you have a place to stay.
We started seeing each other and going steady in high school, and she was the editor of our yearbook, and she was a synchronized swimmer, and
he ran over to me and gave me this note, a note about how much he missed me and loved me, and
Sat there in amazement and talked about what everything had been like so far. I mean, it only...
And we were so happy. We forget about the time we go to the movies. Boring movie, we fall asleep in the movie theater together, and we wake up. Hey, Harry Potter movie. It's done, you know.
In random moments, and you just are overcome with sort of this good feeling. It's like a high almost.
so it's kind of been a love-hate relationship, but mostly love over the years. So at that minute, I mean, as soon as I heard that name, Claire, I just knew. Because
Something happened. I think maybe I saw him see her from across the room.
she was my maid of honor, but threatened 3 weeks before my wedding that she wasn't going to be at my wedding. And
Like, really tell me what's happening. And he was like, I slept with somebody.
we started having some difficulties because of not only the distance, but I think because people were changing as time was going by. And
it started when I was 8. My mom remarried, and my stepfather molested my sister and I.
she started showing signs of jealousy of my and my mother's relationship.
After the workout, we went to the shower, and it was in this big public kind of gym, university recreation center gym. So it was, you know, maybe enough showers for about 20 people.
I was happy with, I know, I think it was what I thought I was supposed to do and what I thought I wanted, but it just wasn't.
See, he wasn't home. I couldn't reach him, so I was going on over there. And I was looking through his room, and I was like, this is really strange. I couldn't find any of my stuff.
How are you? Are you okay? Did you have dinner? It's like boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm like, this is your ex. I mean, like, you're cheating mentally.
And then he said, well, an old friend of mine was in town, and she called me, and, you know, we got together.
It was very awkward. Instead of this rush into each other's arm, which I of course envisioned and everything.
We were talking, and about a half an hour within our conversation, she said, "I have something really important to tell you."
But I was so angry that he was being so awful that I ended up like taking the glasses and throwing them against a tree.
Your girlfriend or my girlfriend, or our mutual girlfriend, is cheating.
She would try to get me to take her side, and when I wouldn't, she would get angry with me.
Bottled up all this like list of the many, many ways that I hadn't been a good
And
friend.
I went in his roommate's room, and he had moved all of my photos into his roommate's room, and then my...
And you're like, I love you, Ahmed, and you love him too. You have two hearts.
Hard and just, it took a lot to really.
For some reason, I just held on. I don't know why,
She
because
called me to confirm the abuse. And I said yes, and she said, I don't ever want to talk about this again.
When all of a sudden she kind of unleashed this kind of tirade, and she, like it was these gates had opened.
It ruined our trip. My suggesting the proposal that didn't happen ruined our trip to Spain. So
We just sat in the stairwell, and he proceeded to tell me that he'd met someone else over the summer. And I can remember feeling like my world was gone. I mean, it was just so sad.
so sad. I don't even remember what the song it was, but if I heard it right now, it would bring back that feeling.
I would drive my car to the edge of this cliff where you could see the whole city, and I would just cry and listen to sad songs. And I
I couldn't concentrate for days, weeks on end, couldn't eat, anything.
I was just lonely and had nothing. And
What I wanted to do was talk about it and just resolve it in some way. Know that it was out in the open and it was never going to happen again. That didn't happen.
Talking about it, I feel sick a little bit.
I mean, I can feel it right now. I'm like, it was very. What am I feeling? It's like this energy, but like negative energy. Like
The worst shape ever. Like it's like hot water just poured on me. And
I felt like my heart and my stomach had been just ripped out of me, and
My ears kind of almost shut off, and I'm kind of staring in the water, and I'm naked, and I'm like, do I continue washing, or should I rinse my hair? I mean, I have soap in my hair.
It was like the whole world ended completely. I was just.
I was really upset. But I was just upset in a crushed sort of way, not like yelling or anything like that. That's just
The
not.
fact that I knew that I was never going to feel that way again. I was never going to.
She ended this with me.
The family members, aunts and uncles, completely removed themselves. They just didn't know how to handle it. So we lost our entire family.
I don't know. I was surprised, and then she said she was getting married to Jim Langford, who was the priest that had done the counseling, and
what I'm left with is just the hurt, and that's what I remember. So it's hard.
it's hard, to trust now anybody else. If someone else comes up to me, I just cannot give another chance. For it's been like a year now.
At least a year, devastated. Every single day I cried.
It really did implode my family entirely.
I lost one sister, and I guess I've lost two now.
some people are just not, there for always.
Ultimate sense of autonomy. We are alone in the world. And you have to self-nurture. You really do. You have to learn how to take care of yourself.
but there was really no explanation. There was an explanation. Yes, they, for one reason or other, fell in love and decided to get married, but that wasn't an explanation in the sense of that would make me feel